Hi!
Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for February 2nd. So, let's get started.
This day in history!
On this day in history, February 2nd in 1887, a new weatherman was introduced to the country. Well, not exactly a weatherman, more like a weather rodent. It was a, drumroll please, the weather groundhog. Well, here's how it happened. Back in 1887, some friends in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania went into the woods to look for a groundhog. Why a groundhog? Well, a groundhog hibernates for the winter, so when it comes out of the ground, that's a natural sign that spring is on the way. Waiting for a hibernating animal to make its appearance was nothing new. In Europe, centuries ago, people watched for bears, badgers, and hedgehogs to give them a springtime clue. The thinking goes like this. If the groundhog sees its shadow, it'll go back in its hole, and there will be 6 more weeks of winter. If it doesn't see its shadow, spring is just around the corner. Now, whether that's actually a good way to forecast the weather, who knows? Maybe just a superstition. But then again, there could be some truth in it. On winter days, when you can see your shadow clearly, it's often especially cold. But on cloudy days, when you can't see your shadow, the cloud cover helps insulate the earth and keep the earth a little warmer. Now, waiting for the groundhog to come out has become a tradition. The groundhog now even has a name, Punxsutawney Phil, and every year people gather together to see what Bill will do. Speaking of animals, on this day in 1802, the very first leopard to be exhibited in the United States was shown in Boston, Massachusetts. Finally, the date February 2nd is important in another way that has to do with shadows. In 1880, the first electric streetlight was installed. It was in Wabash, Indiana. Hey, have you ever stood under a streetlight or even under the light of your porch or garage? I'll bet you saw your shadow. Today on Word Power, we're going to talk about the word swagger. If you walk with a swagger, it means you strut and look a little conceited. You might say, Jerome won the first prize at the science fair. He's so proud of himself, he's swaggering around the halls showing off his trophy. Many people believe that the word swagger comes from an Old English word which meant to swing.
Ooh, extreme.
Today on Extremes, we ask, what is the fastest growing plant ever recorded? The answer is bamboo. Some kinds of bamboo can grow up to 35 inches a day, which is 91 centimeters. Now imagine if you could grow that much every day. It would only take a week to become a giant. Bamboo can be used to make anything from paper to buildings to instruments. It also provides important food and shelter for all sorts of animals, from the giant panda bear to the tiny bamboo bat.
Health tips.
Your neck allows your head to turn from side to side and look up and down. Your neck also contains your voice box, the top of your esophagus, your food tube, the top of your trachea, your windpipes, and many important blood vessels. It's the start of the highway from your head down to the rest of your body, and it deserves good care. One thing you can do for your neck is to keep it clean. People often forget to wash the back of their necks when they take a bath or shower, so you be sure to give yourself an all-over neck scrub next time you're bathing. Have you ever heard of adopting a stream? If you adopt a stream with your friends and family, it means that you sign up to help keep it clean. One great way to keep your stream healthy is to plant trees along its bank. When a stream has trees along its bank, the soil on the bank doesn't get washed away or eroded. And when soil gets washed into the stream, it can make the water murky. Most animals that live in the water need clear, clean water in order to stay healthy. If you plant trees along the shore, you'll also help by making shade along the edges of the water. Lots of fish like to hide out in the shade where it's cool. Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you tomorrow.